Dear friend, welcome to the video lecture on characters and strings in MATLAB. In this video tutorial, you will be able to learn about how to differentiate the numerical value, character or a string, certain operations on strings, converting a cell array to string array, converting a numerical array to a string array, combining strings in a string array, finding the ASCII codes of characters, conversions between strings and numbers. We convert strings to numbers and numbers to strings, and string concatenations and string or number concatenation. So finally, we will see about how to compare the strings. So let me open the MATLAB now. Right. So this is the MATLAB command window. So here we will verify the things. Now I will take a variable and it is called a string, and I will type something. Then it's my name, Shyam Sundar, then Merugu, right? So in MATLAB, whenever we want to print or see the output of the combination of various characters, then we have to type them in between the single quotes, or we can use the double quotes also. Now we can verify whether what type of class it belongs to and how many bytes it occupy and what is the size of the string entered. Then we can see by typing the whos command here. So just it gives the variable name is string and the size of that one is 18. That means there are a total 18 characters are available. Now if we count from S to U, including the space, there are totally 18 characters, and then it is occupying 36 bytes, and the class related to this one is character, right? Now if I type A equal to B, then so you can expect that we get an error. Why? Because A is a variable name. On the right side we have to indicate whether it is a number or a character. In order to do that, so what we have to do, so A equal to, we have to represent that one in quotes. So if I type B, then it considers a character and we can get the output as B only, right? So if you want to represent any number, then you can give A to a number, then we can get the answer as 4, right? So this way we can differentiate the characters or a string from a numerical value or a number in MATLAB. Now we can also create a certain string array. That means I will take string 1 here. So I'm going to create a string array here of 2 by 3. So I just type the letters inside the double quotes, then A, then B, then C, then B, then E, then F, right? So this is the string array that I have created with the characters A, B, C, D, E, F there. Now we can do certain operations on the strings, that we can delete a certain character from the entered string. For example, let us clear the screen once again. Take the variable as A and just enter the string here. So Shyam Sundar Merugu. So from the string, I just wanted to erase the letter E. Then I have to use erase function. So erase. Then I have to indicate the string here. So a string variable is A here. So A, and which letter I just wanted to remove, E for example. Then that letter E or character E will be removed from the string. So this way we can operate on the strings. And also if we wish to convert that entire string into lower letters, then we have to type lower. Then which one we want to convert into lower and lower letters, then we have to indicate that variable. So lower A, then that previously entered string will be just converted into all lower letters. And if you want to make them to be appeared in capital letters, then you have to type upper, then upper of A, then that entire string will be just converted into capital letters. Even we can also split this one. So in order to split that, we have to use the command split. Then we have to enter the variable. So just Shyam Sundar, then Merugu will be splitted into two words, right? So in the first one, second row, and we call that one as cell array. And the cell array size will be equal. That we can observe here. Then we can also see the size of this. So when we type size, then size of here, that gives it is 1 by 18 size. That means 1 row and 18 columns are there. Now we can also see the length of the string. So for that we have to use str, then lengthth, length, sorry, string length of a, so that it gives us the total number of characters which are there within that string. Now let us clear the screen once again. Now we can convert a cell array of character vectors to a string array. For example, let us take a variable capital A here. Now this is the cell array indicated with flower braces here. Now what we'll do is we are going to type the individual characters here, and to convert the characters into, a cell array into string array, the number of rows and columns must be equal here. Then only it will be possible to us to print that. If not, we cannot do that. So here SHYAM, then I should take one more letter here, then it is M. So Shyam M, right? So this way we can print that. And also we can access the various characters which are there in that cell array. For example, if I want to wish to access H, so it was in first row, so I have to type 1. Then it is also there in the second column, so I have to type A1 of 2, so that I will get that H. Not only this, we can access HYMM. So HYMM are there in 2 rows and 2 and third column, right? So that means we can type A of all rows, then 2 to 3 column. So then we can access those elements in that string array. Now we can also convert certain numerical array to a string array. Okay, so let us clear the screen once again. So let us take a variable A here. Now we wish to convert the numerical array to a string array, right? Then we enter the numerical array here, 1 2 3 4 5, then 6 here, right? So this is the numerical array. Now we just want to convert this one into a string array. So for that, what we have to do is we have to type string function here. Then which one we want to convert into string, that variable A, so that we can completely get those numbers just converted into string. Now there is a special function that is a string s, that is strings. So after strings, in the parenthesis, whatever the number that we type, it defaultly takes as 4 by 4 matrix, and this defaultly print the empty string here, right? So there are 4 rows and 4 columns. And also we can also type various rows and columns here. So we can also type this. So in this we require the empty array of 2 rows and 6 columns, that we can do type like this, or even it can also typed like this, strings, and it has to print the empty array of 2 rows and 6 columns. Like this also we can give, so that the result will not be changed here. Now the next thing is how we can combine the strings in string arrays. Let us clear the screen once again, right? Also I will clear the workspace, so clear all, so that workspace is cleared here. So you can observe here, then CLC, everything goes off from the command window. Now I will take a variable str here, stands for string. Now what I do is I just enter certain strings here. So this is 1, this is 2, and this is 3, then colon 1 2 3 again. Okay, right? I just type the names here, Sham, then Karthik, then Shashi, then Aishu, Mayank, Vishnu. Just I typed 6 names here, so they will be appear in a string array like this. Now I just wanted to join them, so I will take a new string here, new str, which is equal to, I just wanted to join str here, so that the entire first row is just clubbed as a single row, and the second one also clubbed as a single row. And I can also separate them with different symbols in between them. Then I will take new str1, new string 1. So here what I do is I will join the strings. So the variable name for that is new str with a plus symbol, let us consider. Okay, now in between the names that plus will appear, right? So here you can observe that you just join those two with the plus symbol, so you got that. So this is the way that we can do certain joining operation on the strings. Now we try to find out the ASCII codes of the characters, right? So here I just type capital letters A, then plus A. So what is the answer that you are expecting here? I will get 130. So that means that capital A is equivalent, having the equivalent ASCII code of 65. So there is 65 plus 65, then we get 130. So we can also try for small a or some other letters also. So I'm going for small a here. So here I got the answer as 194. Now I can also do the character multiplication here. That means I will take a letter B, right? Now when I take this, then the ASCII value of that B will be considered, and now that will be multiplied with 5. That means these are the characters. Now the characters equivalent ASCII codes will be multiplied and we will get the result. So it is 3498. We can also go for the character division. For example, I will take the special character as at the rate here, and this was divided by the exclamatory mark here, right? So then the answer is 1.9394 that I got. Okay, let us clear the screen once again and clear the workspace. Right, now we can also convert the strings to numbers and numbers to strings. For example, I will take the variable s. I just wanted to type hello here. Then I will get that string as an output. Now I just wanted to convert this one into a numerical value. Then I have to type uint 8 of that variable. I have to type s. Then it just convert into the numerical value. That means H stands for 72, E stands for 101, L stands for 108, 108 respectively, and O stands for 111, right? So these are the numerical values which are equivalent to the ASCII codes of those corresponding characters. Now we can also convert the numerical values into character string. For example, I will take A here. Now I will just type those numbers which are printed above. So 72, 101, 108, 108, then 111. Okay. Now this is the thing that we have. Now we just wanted to convert into character string, right? So then we have to type character of that variable A, so that again we can get the hello here, right? Next, we can also convert numerical string to numerical array. There is a string, then we have to convert that into a numerical array. For example, let us take a small variable a here. So we just typing that 1 2 3 4 5. Now it is numerical string here, right? Now what we would like to do is we have to represent that numerical string into a numerical array. That means a number. In order to do that, what we can do, we have to use the string to number function here or command. So str2 number, and which that one is indicated with variable a, right? So then we can get 1 2 3 4 5. And also we can go for a string concatenation. Let us clear the screen, also the workspace. So clear all, and again clear the command window so that everything will be erased. The string concatenation can be done in two ways. One is horizontal concatenation and vertical concatenation. In order to do that, they must satisfy the dimension criteria. And we have a string concatenation operation, default one, which can concatenate the strings horizontally. Okay, so while trying to add the strings horizontal way, the strings dimensions must match that we have already told, and the number of rows must be equal. For example, we have m by n string and p by q string and s by r string, right? And here in those three strings, the number of rows are indicated with m, then p, then s respectively. Now the number of rows of those three strings must be equal to each other. Then only the horizontal concatenation can be done on those strings, right? Now we will try to do that. So let us take a variable a here. Now I just type those letters, then it is m. I'm typing the MATLAB here, nothing more than that. You can also do parallelly. I can check later. So, right. So this is the 1 by 6 array or a string array here that we can say. Now let us take B here and let us type 2019, 2, then 0, then 1, then 9. Okay. So we have 2009. Now we just wanted to concatenate these two. So C equal to, then what we have to do is A comma then B. So we can get MATLAB 2019 here. Okay. And this can also be done in other way by using a direct command. Let us take that variable as D here. Now what we can do is string cat, str cat, then what are the strings that we just wanted to concatenate, then we have to type them. So here those strings are A and B. So strcat of A comma B, so that MATLAB 219 will be added to each other. I mean they will be concatenated. Now in order to concatenate vertically, the vertical dimensions has to be mapped. Then only we can print those things, right? Let us take E here, variable E. Now we just wanted to give the letters like this. So letter S colon H colon, then Y. So here we have to type colon. Okay, right. Then we take another one. So here what we can do is A, then M, then again M, right? So now we just wanted to concatenate this. So let us take a variable G, then you just concatenate them as E, then colon F. So they will be concatenated vertically. So this is the way of concatenating the strings horizontally as well as vertically. Next, how can we can concatenate the string as well as the number, right? So let us again clear the screen, right? So here we take the variable A here. So in this variable, I am typing hello, how are you? That's it. I just typed hello, how are you, right? So then I will get the same string as output. Later I will take one more variable b as 63 as a number. Then I will get 63. Now what I do is I try to concatenate these two. Then I will go for a comma, then b. Then you can see instead of getting that 63, that was replaced with a question mark here. That means the question mark ASCII value is equivalent to 63. So this way we can add the string and numbers, right? Then again we try to print the 63 within that string. Then what we can do is we'll take C, then again we type A, then just wanted to type 63 in between the single quotes, so that that 63 will appear along with the text. Okay, so also the same string, same thing can be done this way also, right? So C equal to, I can type A comma, then number 2 str, that is string. So number 2 string, that is 63 here, that we can see. So hello, how are you? 63. Okay, now we can also compare the strings. For that let us clear the command window here. We can compare the strings, and in order to compare the string we use the built-in function, and there are two built-in functions we are going to discuss in this. One is string comparison, that is strcmp, and one more command or the function is strncmp, right? So the difference between these two is the strcmp will entirely take the strings and compare to with each other, and based on the strings comparison, if they are equal and same, then it provides as the logical one. If they are not equal or not same, then it provides as the logical 0. In case of strncmp, that means the strings will be compared up to n number of letters. So if up to that n number of letters, if all the characters are equal or same, then it provides as the logical 1. If not, it provides as the logical 0 as an output, right? And these two are independent of dimensions of two strings which are to be compared, right? Now let us take a variable a here, or we clear the workspace also and clear the command window. Now take the variable a. So here I am typing my students are good. So just I typed my students are good here. And b, another variable I have taken. So I'm typing my students are intellectuals, right? Now I just wanted to compare these two strings. So strcmp, when I use strcmp between the string a and b, so the instruction or the function takes the total strings completely, then try to compare. If they are not equal, it provides as the logical 0. So here by looking at the good and intellectuals, they are different, so we get the answer as logical 0 here. Now we can also compare the two strings up to certain characters. For example, strncmp we have to type, then capital the variable a, then b, up to some letters, let us consider 10, up to 10 letters that will take. Now up to 10 the letters are same, so that's why it giving us the logical 1 here. And the same comparison of the strings can also be done by the relational operator, that is equal, equal. So when equal relation operator is used to compare the strings, it works only when dimensions of the strings are equal. That means both the strings must have equal number of rows and columns, right? Let us clear the command window again. Let us take a variable a. Now just I will type Shyam, SHYAM. Now here when I go for the relative operation operator, then character by character it compares. So when both the strings characters are same, it gives us the logical 1. If they are different, it provides us the logical 0 as the answer, right? So I will take B again. So I will just interchange the letters. So instead of writing S, I will write M. Instead of writing M, I will write S. Okay. So here, what I do is M, HYA, HYA. then S. Okay, so when I go for A equal to B, then it compares the character wise. So it takes the first string, first character, second string, second character, compares it. When both are not equal, it provides a 0, and when both are same, then it gives us logical 1 here, right? So this way we have learned how to handle the strings, and what are the certain operations that we can do on various strings and characters, and the conversion process in MATLAB. Hope you understand this video lecture. If you like this video lecture, please do like, comment, share and subscribe my channel for more technical content. Thank you for watching.